Welcome to another Fantasy Goodfellas video where we talk about the top waiver wire pickups for week 9. You ready? The Fantasy Goodfellas.
Boom, boom, boom. Rolling on the field.
The Fantasy Goodfellas. All right, before we get started, let me explain how this is going to go down. We are looking for the top receivers and their rostered percentage. So at number 1, we have Troy Franklin. He was the top receiver in week 8. He did that on 6 receptions for 89 receiving yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. So that is what he did this week. All right, so we're going to expand this because we're trying to cover all positions. So here is our top 10 wide receiver results for week 8. And what we're doing here is we're making sure that this doesn't make sense unless you look at the rostered percentage. So here you have Troy Franklin's only 38% rostered. Obviously, Rashee Rice, Jalen Waddle, Pittman, Shakir, McConkey, they're all already taken. So we're looking for those waiver wire pickups with low rostered percentage. So you still have Kayshon Boutte, 24.8%. He was the 7th best receiver this week. You also have Roman Wilson. He was 1.4% rostered. What did he do? He did 74 receiving yards, 1 receiving touchdown. Look at Xavier Hutchinson. He's 3.5% rostered. What did he do? 69 receiving yards and 1 receiving touchdown. So that gives you an idea of what's going on. Now, what I want to point out here is Tyler Johnson's on this list. So we're looking for some standouts. So these are all the results from week 8 and their points. So you got Jalen Tolbert, only 2.4% rostered. He might be heating up. So if you want to see, he did 47 receiving yards, 1 receiving touchdown. Go through this list a little bit here. We'll see Pat Bryant, Malik Washington. We have some other players, but Malik Washington, 16% rostered. So more than likely, he's been a big name. He might be rostered. Now, let's look at 21 through 30. These are the results from week 8. And again, you got Jaden Higgins, 23.1%. Here, what did he do? 34 receiving yards, 1 receiving touchdown. So that gives you an idea what he did. Now, this is good, but this is only 1 week. So the next thing we want to do is kind of look at who's trending up with the rostered positions being low. So you have Kayshon Boutte, he's trending up, only 2.4%, 24.8% rostered. Xavier Hutchinson, he's 3.5% rostered. So let's look what he did. So this is probably a bye week right here. So you add this week, you add week 5, 7, and 8 and compare it to week 2 through 4. Here his touchdowns, so you can kind of see what he's been doing. So now that's why we like to show these stats. Troy Franklin, 38% rostered, and he's trending up. So let's look at why he's trending up. So that's his yardage, this is his TDs, and this is his points. So you can tell he's drastically going up the last 3 weeks versus the other weeks he's played. So again, we're trying to look for standouts here, and this just gives you a list of who to hit. So it gives you the trending over the last 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever it matches. And here you obviously have CeeDee Lamb trending up. So that, and just for giggles, these are the players that are trending down. So you got Emeka Egbuka, you got Rome Odunze, Quentin Johnson, and even Cortland Sutton, but these are all some players that are trending down. So let's go back to points, and those are your targets that you want to look at this week. Now let's move on to running backs. So running backs, again, this is the same thing. You got running backs, you got the top running backs: Jonathan Taylor, Cook, Hall, Barkley, Harvey, Brown, Henry, Vital, Williams. Kareem Hunt is the first standout here. He's the 10th running back this week. He did 29.8% rostered, so there might be some opportunities depending on how your league goes, but he's kind of like a name brand, so more than likely he'll be picked up. Now you got Perine, 3.5%. He was the 11th best running back this week. Isaiah Davis, 16.2%. What did he do? He had 65 rushing yards, 44 receiving yards. So that gives you an idea that maybe he might be heating up. You got Ollie Gordon, 12.9%. He got into the end zone, catching one, and so that gives you an idea. Now, let's just expand this. We're looking for running backs. Here's the top 30. 21, Sean Tucker. 24, Emanuel Wilson. 25, Tyler Allgeier. And Jeremy Nichols. Now, this, again, don't mean nothing unless you compare it to who's trending. So if we look here, we got Sean Tucker. He's trending up. Perine's trending up. Tank Bigsby's trending up. Let's take a look at Tank. 104 rushing yards. There, he's got his rushing yards. That's why he takes those 2 weeks. So he's kind of heating up a little bit. So maybe that can continue. And here is some more. You got Jalen Wright heating up. Keaton Mitchell. They're just trending. This is the last 3 games. Sometimes it could be 2 games. So let's go back. We're going to look for tight ends now. You got Pat Freiermuth. He's trending. Oh, let's just go to points first. So here, these are the players in week 8 and their points. Tucker Kraft, the best tight end. Travis Kelce, Goddard, Gadsden, Fannin, Kittle, Njoku. And then you have Mason Taylor, only 27.1% rostered. Gunnar Helm, 1% rostered. Let's take a look at him. Oh, because he got into the end zone. 23 receiving yards, 1 receiving touchdown. So Charlie Kohler, 0.1% rostered. What did he do? He got into the end zone. 10 receiving yards, 1 receiving touchdown. So this gives you an idea of all the tight ends and how they're rostered. Here is 1 through 20. We're not going to look at anybody. We're not going to look at the 21 through 30. Now we're going to look at who's trending. You got Pat Freiermuth trending, Daniel Bellinger trending, Noah Fant trending. You got Nate Atkins, 1% rostered. Dalton Schultz, he's trending. Let's look at him. Even though he got only 24 receiving yards, he's kind of trending. You can see with his points, you take these 2 games and compare it to these 2 games, or even 3 games, doesn't count the bye, compared to those 3 games. That's why he's on this list as a trending tight end. And then there's some other options. Now we're going to go back to points, and we're going to switch it to the quarterbacks. So here, Tua Tagovailoa, 21.3% rostered. He was your 8th best quarterback this week. 11 through 20, Mac Jones, 8.4% rostered. So now let's look at how the top trends. It's got Tyler Hunter trending 2%. You got Dillon Gabriel, he's trending 4.3%. Kirk Cousins 13.2%. He did 173 passing yards. That's because he's replacing Michael Penix. So that's why he compares it to the last game he played as well. So he would be trending in that comparison. And that is going to do it for our waiver wire pickups. So like always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we hope that you found some players that you might be able to pick up this week. All right. Thanks for watching. And as always,